Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome to the Hairy Smash. So I said I was going to cast some games. It took me a little while to get around to it because I've been busy trying to keep up with our daily masters, and I'm moving in like a few weeks on where the internet's going to get down. But anyway, we're going to start casting some games. We'll probably cast a game every few days, 2 a week, something like that. I'm not sure how often I'll be getting them out, but we'll be checking them out, and there are a lot of awesome games which I do have the replays for. Some of them I don't have the replays for, unfortunately. I think ZvZ versus King Kong, I don't think either of those guys gave me the replay, so unfortunately not going to be able to see those games, but a lot of the other games I have got. Arthur, Pig, Spear, they've given me all their replays, so we are going to get some very, very epic stuff going on. So let's introduce the players in this particular game. This took place in the lower bracket, after players were both knocked out. So the person on the left-hand side of the map is Mr. DemiLove. He is from India, plays for Dust Gaming, and his opponent down the bottom right side of the map is Mr. Crimson from New Zealand, plays for the Frenetic Array team. So Mr. DemiLove, up the left side of the map, ran into Pig in the round of 16 and got knocked out pretty much straight away. And then he went past Fenner, who was AFK, didn't show up to the tournament. And Mr. Crimson down the bottom right side of the map went past Amani in the winner's bracket. Amani didn't show up, and then went straight down to ZvZ in the round of 8. So that's how he ended up down there. And now these guys having a crack to see who will get. I believe this is for. Let me just look at the full results. What is it? Yeah, this is to see who goes up to 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. So whoever loses this battle gets a 9th place tie or something like that. I don't know. All over the place, but regardless, let's start checking the game out. So we've kind of missed the production here, but I do believe that Crimson went for a later spawning pool, and DemiLove went for a quicker spawning pool, but a reduced hatch rate. I don't know, I saw it before and then, yeah, it kind of just flashed by me because we were talking about this tournament so much, which is fine, but now we're going to get back into the games. It's game 1, we've got the Bailey Nest coming out, we've got Ling Speed coming out, DemiLove a little bit behind on both of them, and his income's about the same, so it looks like Crimson is, yeah, seems to be a little bit quicker on stuff. What can DemiLove possibly have that's kicking him behind? I do not know. He doesn't seem to have any sort of advantage at the moment. So the slowness from those two, I guess, is just skill, I guess. But we will see how he does in this game. We've got a ton of links coming out for both players. Old Crimson is going to get capped here. DemiLove, not so much. He's already got an Overlord nearly finished, so he's timed that a little bit better, and that is going to help a little bit. The Ling's coming out. Whole bunch of aliens going in. DemiLove somehow, I know he hasn't got speed sooner, he's just got the special wings, the special thingamybobs on his Lings. So these Lings do have speed. It's just, yeah, alright. Battle of the Banelings. Queen doing some nice micro. Whole bunch of DemiLove's Lings going down, but not a huge amount. More Banelings going in, and we've got some other Banelings chasing him around. There we go. Very, very nice hit from DemiLove. And it looks like a lot of the Lings didn't really do much there. They must have died straight away. So, not too much. Units lost. Ouch! Damn, DemiLove. How the hell did you manage that? That's crazy. I think his Banelings did a lot of the work for it. Yep. I think the Banelings just got some nice hits off on the Lings. All that sort of stuff. But, yeah, units-wise, we got 9 Lings on one side, we got 22 and 2 Banelings, but he is morphing in 5 Banelings, so these guys might be able to stand this off. We'll have to see the Spine Crawler. Does he have enough time for the Spine Crawler? Yes, he does. The Banelings chasing those Lings away. More Banelings coming in, and there we go. Very, very nice play there. 2 for 2. We got 2 more Banelings for Crimson, but he is going to hold them back for now. However, is Mr. DemiLove in the lead at the moment? It would appear so. Oh yeah, 9 workers in the lead. Army size, he's starting to fall a little bit behind, but 9 workers, man. 43 over 34. I don't think he's lost any. Nobody's lost any workers. Just DemiLove realized how good his Lings had gone in that battle, how good the micro was for his Banelings. And I think he just got 1 or 2 baneling hits that killed a lot of lings, and that was it. So after that, when he moved out, he macroed a crap ton of workers, and of course Crimson couldn't because, oh, bunch of lings being lost there, but the banelings for DemiLove once again doing the damage that they need to do. We're up to 57 workers lost for Crimson, only 22 for DemiLove. Sorry, 57 lings, not workers. That would be pretty crazy at the 9.5 minute mark, but yeah, those banelings definitely getting some good hits off, and I think they're partially hidden under overlords in DemiLove's base, which kind of makes them hard to see. I definitely have made them hard for me to see them, so yeah, very, very difficult, and Crimson has been falling to that particular trick a fair amount of times this game. DemiLove is in danger here a little bit. He's got to peel off a couple of lings to have a crack. He really, really wants to start whacking this third base down, and I'm not sure whether Crimson has the sheer ling mass to stop him. The banelings are it. The banelings... Oh, that was a mistake. And it was an even bigger mistake by Crimson not to detonate. He had a half a second opportunity to kill every single ling there, and he didn't quite get the chance to take it. It would have been beautiful if he had taken it, but he just wasn't looking at the right units at the right time. So very, very big missed opportunity there from Mr. DemiLove, from Mr. Crimson, sorry. And yeah, that might have pushed DemiLove a little bit back. Not too far back though. He's got roaches coming out. His income still a little bit higher than Crimson, although Crimson has caught up. We got 7 roaches versus 0. Both players building, but Crimson is building them a little bit faster at the moment, so should even out. But of course the ling numbers they don't actually favour at the moment, but the armor definitely favours Mr. DemiLove. He got that armor on purpose. It's basically is for roaches and for lings, so these guys going to be doing an exceptional job. So there we go, a lot of workers going down here. Crimson not having that good of a time, and his income is down to 22. We're going to be expecting to see a GG very, very soon, because I don't think there's any way he can recover from this. Even if he somehow manages to fend off this attack, there is no way he's winning this game. Not with 20 workers dead or something like that. Yeah, that's right, 20 workers dead. That is very, very massive. That attack was absolutely brutal, and I do believe that Crimson has lost the game right now. You're just waiting for the GG here, and just got to be coming soon. Got some more reinforcements coming on. Crimson has got a bulk of roaches together, but the chances of him going over to the other side of the map and evening the score on the workers is virtually 0. DemiLove will have more than enough roaches in defense by the time he gets there. He's going to go though, because he's got no choice. That's it. He's just about to get level 1 weapons, which is going to help. DemiLove's level 1 weapons are still a little bit further away, which is going to suck, but I don't know if it's going to matter here. I mean, the roaches are doing a crazy amount of damage, sort of, but the other roaches are too. And we got a bunch of lings for Mr. DemiLove. He's moving in, he's doing a lot of damage, and Crimson is on the retreat. No way he's going to be able to kill those workers. We're going to have to see a GG from Mr. Crimson here. I don't think it was ever going to happen. He gave it a try, but it didn't work out, and that's got to be it. He's not even producing any more roaches. There he goes. He's producing some now, but all these guys are almost certainly going to go down. Level 1 weapons up for Mr. DemiLove, so no chance. And Crimson is just holding on for dear life. And I suppose, I mean, he's in the loser's bracket, so you really, really do want to hold on for dear life at this point. If you lose in the winner's bracket, you got a second chance. You do not have a second chance once you're in the loser's bracket. And I will mention, $2,000 prize pool for this tournament was handed out. So, yeah, staying into the very last second could be the difference between, I don't know, $80 and $100, something like that at these levels. I'm not really sure, but yeah, pretty awesome. So, anyway, game number 2 coming up. DemiLove in the lead. We'll see if he can push it home or whether it will be to an ace match. So let's check it out in just a sec. Alrighty, back into it, straight back into it, and Crimson has gone for a fairly fast spawning pool. I believe this was like a 10 pool or something crazy like that. He's already pumping out a bunch of lings. So the 10 pool on the way against Mr. DemiLove, and of course this map, there are only 2 bases, so there's no worry about scouting, there's no worry about missing the other player. It's just, there they are, go get them. It's not the tiniest map in the world, but it's not the hugest map in the world. And you know where the opponent is, so it's not a bad play. And we'll see how much can actually get here. I guess I hope he'd be able to take down the hatchery at the minimum. I don't know if he will be able to. The spawning pool is still some ways away, and those lings are very, very close. I don't know if they got scouted. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Bunch of lings coming out. He's definitely scouting these, but nothing he can do about it at this point except save up minerals to get lings ASAP. And I do believe this is going to get cancelled right here. There's no way that he can save this. I mean, it's going to take ages to build link. Spine crawlers. Is he going to leave it till right at the last second to cancel it? I think that is the plan. No, he did not cancel. We did not see a cancel here. The lings are being built, but it is too late. I do not believe that DemiLove has any chance of saving this base. Should have cancelled it, didn't, and that's an extra 250 minerals down the drain there from not cancelling that. So Crimson already with a nice little lead in this game. And of course the macro is going to be sucking for both players at this point. DemiLove with a bunch of lings. He's got a spine crawler as well behind the mineral line. I don't think he's going to get owned here. I definitely do not. The ling goes around to have a bit of a scout. He gets owned. These lings going to run away, but man, they started off pretty well. Crimson with a very, very nice start to the game. And we'll see if he can keep it going. We'll see what he decides to do here. But definitely 300 minerals already lost for Arteezy. Sorry, why am I saying Arteezy? For Mr. DemiLove. And there we go, 350 versus 31. I don't know what the 31 is, but maybe he cancelled a building or something like that. But yeah, that's hard to start off with. And Crimson is going to slowly push that advantage as far as he can. So army-wise, DemiLove a little bit in the lead. Income-wise, Crimson has got a lead, but DemiLove's going to quickly close that. He's got a lead on the speed and on the Baneling's desk, but I do believe he had that last game as well, and it didn't really matter because DemiLove just did so many good things with those Banelings, just got the hits off on the lings that he needed to. So if we see that again, then the hatchery may not matter, but we will have to see that. We'll have to see that beautiful Baneling micro that we saw from DemiLove. And yeah, we'll see. So we got the hatchery coming out, we got ling speed, we got all this sort of crazy stuff going on. Baneling starting to come out from Mr. Crimson. He's starting to build a base as well, a little bit ahead of what DemiLove is currently building. Ling's going around, going to have a quick scout of the third base. No surprise that there's nothing there. Maybe they can sneak around the back. Lings are already coming out. What does Crimson have to defend? Not a lot, but does he need a lot? I'm not sure, because yeah. Look at these guys, they're going to be running away, not really able to do too much there, and they're like 2 seconds away from having a Baneling in their face, so not going to work out that well. If we have a look at the income, Crimson is not pumping out workers. DemiLove is. He is pumping out workers at the same time he's getting Banelings and hatcheries and queens and all that sort of stuff. So Crimson is trying to do a crazy... Oh my god, that sucked. That sucked. Crimson, you just lost a ton of lings to Banelings. You are not happy. But he's sending a bunch of Banelings in there. Look at them. They're just going in there, having a good crack. Spine crawler, having a go at them though. Very, very nice play. And a lot of these guys are not going to make it in there. One Baneling does. 2 Banelings do. And they kill a fair amount of workers. That's not bad. But that's 4 workers down. But still, it's a repeat of last game. Look at this. 8-1 versus 31-4. So DemiLove getting the kills that he needs to get. And he's 2 workers behind at the moment, but I do not think he's sweating about that. He's building 3 more. His army size looking very, very nice compared to Mr. Crimson's. They're about the same, but that's all you need to have at this point. You just need to have the same. If you're on the defensive, you got the queens, you got the spine crawlers. As long as you're not massively outnumbered, you are going to be fine. So there, that's it. That's it. Crimson did a beautiful attack at the start with the hatchery. Very, very nice. But in the end, good gameplay from DemiLove. The same good gameplay that we saw in game 1 has put him right back in a beautiful position. He was probably a bit further ahead last game, but he's not behind by any stretch. He was behind when he lost the hatchery. He's not behind anymore. So that's it. It's fine. I think that DemiLove is just the better player here, at least in ZvZ, I would say he's the better player. And we'll just have to see if he continues to do all this sort of awesome stuff. We got a lair and triple gas. Is he going for mutas? Is he going to deviate from the standard pattern? This could be interesting if Crimson decides to go for roaches and decides to make something here. We've got a beautiful scout into Crimson's base. Doesn't see a roach warren. And I guess at the 10-minute mark, if you were going to go for roaches, you would probably expect to see them by now. We haven't seen them. And Crimson is going to put one down now. He's also going to put down a lair. He's also going to put down an Evo chamber, going for a whole bunch of different things. The Lings are going nuts on these rocks. Looks like Crimson may be thinking about taking a third base over there. Relatively safe. Safer compared to this one. Just because of its proximity. It's so much closer. This one is so much wider. And you can go all the way around the side and get in easier. This is a huge gap to cover. This is not a huge gap to cover. It's fairly minimal. The only problem is the rocks around the back, but you've got to have like hydras and stuff like that to take advantage of that. And nobody has hydras at this stage of the game. So we do have mutas coming out for Mr. DemiLove. He's got more gas than he knows what to do with. So we can expect to see about 6-7 mutas coming out as soon as that spire hits. Maybe more. Who knows at this point. But for now, he's just sending in a bunch of Lings. Going to have a bit of a scout around. Going to see if there's a third base there. Does see the third base. Does also see the Lings defending it. But DemiLove thinks he has more. He may be correct here. And some nice micro could get him the win on this hatchery. Can he take it out? I think he's going to go for it. There we go. And unfortunate. Oh! DemiLove playing with fire. Those are not your Banelings. Those are somebody else's Banelings, and they're all the way over here. Crimson, get your Banelings towards the actual forces, man. Those Banelings just sort of moved through the entire army. It didn't really do much, but... Oh, there they go. Now they're going for the army, and DemiLove's like, oh, crap. Let's get the hell out of there. So we got some roaches coming down. It's a nice army. More and more are coming out. The mutas are starting to come out, though, so it's not a roach rush so much, and I don't think it's going to defeat the mutas. The mutas are going to be out in time. If he pushed a little bit harder or something like that, maybe if he just went off 2 base and just went insane amount of roaches, maybe he could have skipped him before the mutas arrived and did some critical damage. But as it is right now, he's going to move in and find out that he has been countered before he does a single point of damage. He's still going to be able to do damage because mutas do take a while to kill stuff, but there is no chance of him winning this eventually. All he can hope for is to do enough damage to allow him to have the time to tech up into something else. He's got to buy himself time now. That's all these roaches can do is buy time. Taking down a queen is nice. They're taking out a few workers. That's also nice. That's it though. That's it. 3 or 4 workers and a queen. That's pretty much everything that he did. The rest was just military units. And that is not going to help him in the long term. So now he's got to get in and he's got to tech up. He's going to defend against the mutas and he's got to tech up into something that can deal with mutas. So we're going to be seeing something like an infestation pit, a hydralis, or mutas of his own. One of those options is going to be coming out. Meanwhile, he's got to buy time. The roaches didn't buy a lot of time. So he's got to do something else. And this is what we expect to see. We expect to see lots of 2-prong attacks, 3-prong attacks using fast units like Lings, attacking wherever the mutas aren't, and try and pull the mutas back to the base to try and keep them from attacking Crimson's main base. And it's not working. The mutas continue on unimpeded. The spore crawlers aren't quite down yet, so the mutas do have a slight chance of doing something. Lings are around here though, and they will be able to take out... No, not quite able to take out the lair, the hatchery. So Crimson is going to have to send about 10 Lings down there to finish that guy off. He's sending down some roaches. That's nice. The mutas are not over there, but they will be repositioning to chase after the roaches. The roaches are going to get held up by these Lings and all these guys. They may still be able to snipe the hatchery if they just push fast, but it looks like Crimson is just going for these guys. I really think that he needs to take out that hatchery. I really think it's an important thing that he takes out that hatchery. It looks like he's going to go for it now. There he goes. The hatchery does go down. Excellent. Nice job finishing that off. That is going to screw up DemiLove's economy just a little bit, but... And he's only 2 workers, so he was quite a bit in the lead, but Crimson did push back quite nicely there. And DemiLove is just like, you know what? I got mutas. They're not dying. They're fine. This guy is not going for Hydras or anything. He's just going to try and annoy me. So I might as well get a ton of roaches, park them wherever the hell I want so they can defend, or maybe just push out. Maybe he just wants to overwhelm here. Oh, those mutas playing with fire. There are way too many queens for the mutas to just go straight in, but we got a severe amount of roaches. DemiLove pushing his macro to the next level. Doing a great job. He's got level 1 weapons, both players do, for their roaches, but the numbers I think are on DemiLove's side, definitely here. And there we go. There's the G from Mr. Crimson. Not quite a GG, but a G nonetheless. And DemiLove moving on in the tournament. And I believe that DemiLove did end up in 5th place. 5th place tie in this tournament. So a very, very nice job from Mr. DemiLove. He pushed on a little bit further, and I believe he beat Frustration 2-1 in the next series in the losers bracket. Unfortunately didn't have those replays, but I'm not going to cast every series in this game, so it'll just be too much. I just wanted to cast one of DemiLove because he did come in 5th place, and I thought that was pretty cool. So there we go, Mr. DemiLove owning in ZvZ. I can't remember what race Frustration is, but we will find out, because I'm going to be casting Arthur versus Frustration next up in the round of 16, and that was a pretty awesome game. So we'll be checking it out in a few days, something like that. I don't know, but I'll get it out for you guys very soon. So stay tuned. This has been Hairy Muppet. Hope you enjoyed this game, and more Hairy Smash to come.